Well, good morning everyone. Down on my local pits again, and today we're after pike and perch. What I'm going to do is do a couple of laps around this lake behind me here. This is the top bay here, using a very small wobbly tailed lure. Don't know what they're called, but small enough for a perch to take, so I'm really hoping for a perch, but probably going to get a few small pike, and then I'll see what's around, and then I'll probably settle down and do a bit of dead baiting for the rest of the day. So it's going to be a predator day today. Well, that's not a bad start, is it? First cast. I love it when a plan comes together. I was using the small lures today, hoping for a decent perch. And look what I just got. It's a £2+ perch. Exactly what I was after. What a result. Now they're pretty rare on this complex, so I'm very pleased to get one, but I've always suspected there's some decent ones in here, but nobody really fishes for them, so I scaled down and it's worked out. What a lovely looking fish. Well pleased. Well, time's about 1 o'clock now. It's been an interesting day, an action-packed day or morning. Just to update you, I did a whole lap of the lake with the lure rod and the little tiny pink and yellow rubber tail shad thing. It's only about this big, tiny little thing with a sort of a large single hook in it. And I was getting follows in just about every swim. Nobody's fishing the lake at all, so I was able to sort of just go all the way around, have about half a dozen casts in each swim, and just about every swim, I at least saw a pike follow it. Quite often one would grab it, oh, and I got one on, and oh, it'd come off, and this kept happening as I was going all the way around the lake, and by the time I did a whole lap, I think I'd hooked about 10 pike, 9 or 10 pike by the time I'd got back to the start, but I only landed just 2, which was like the first 2 that I hooked down the car park end. Very first cast, bang, I got a 7-pounder, and then about the 3rd cast I got another one about 3 pounds, something like that. Lost another one in the same swim, lost one in the next swim, lost one in the next swim, and it carried on all the way around, and by the time I lost 8 pike, landed 2. But the highlight, of course, was that cracking perch, 2 £2 4-ounce perch that I had in this swim here. Very impressive fish that was. I knew there was some nice perch in here. I'm convinced that there's bigger. I'm convinced there's 3-pounders in here, because I did lose a good fish a while ago when I was tench fishing, and that was I'm positive it was a £3+ perch. So there's some surprises in here. So I'm going to keep plugging away at it. That's why I've come back to this swim. This is the swim where I had the perch. So I've come back in here. Did a little bit of live baiting, catching some live baits. Can only catch a tiny little rudd like that. So I've got half a dozen little tiny rudd. I've got one of those out on the right rod. I've got a dead bait on the other rod, sardine. I lost the fish down the car park end, missed the fish down there. And in here, on the live bait, as soon as I cast it out, it was off, and I hooked something, and it wasn't really putting up that much resistance, and then it came off, so I lost that one. It could have been another perch, or a small pike. Chucked the bait back out there. 10 minutes later, bang, the float's buried and gone again. Got that one in, hoping that would stay on. Got it all the way into the net. Had the net in the water. It was just literally that far from the net, just coming over the net. I thought, oh, I've got this one, and I spat the hooks out, or spat the hook out, only using one hook. So I can't stop losing them today. It's absolutely crazy. I've lost, that's about 12 fish I've lost, I think. Absolutely crazy. Well, I'm going to stick in here for another hour maybe. It's quite tricky now because there's a strong wind blowing over here. And I'll probably be on the move again, so I'll keep moving around that way. Might go on the other lake over the back, we'll see, but hopefully I'll land another fish at some point.